And well, we are cutting across live to Sri Lanka and the presidential secretariat there, where Anura Kumara Dissanayake is taking oath as the next president of Sri Lanka. Dissanayake is the 9th executive president of Sri Lanka after securing victory in a historic runoff election. And these are live visuals from Sri Lanka, where Anura Kumara Dissanayake is taking oath as the 9th executive president of Sri Lanka.
ජනාධිපතිතුමා දැන් ශ්‍රී ලංකා ප්‍රජාතාන්ත්‍රික සමාජවාදී ජනරජයේ අගවිනි සුරුතුමන් ඉදිරියේ දිරුම් දෙනවා ඇති.
අනුර කුමාර දිසානායක වන මම ශ්‍රී ලංකා ප්‍රජාතාන්ත්‍රික සමාජවාදී ජනරජයේ ජනාධිපතිවරේ කාර්ය හා කර්තව්‍ය ශ්‍රී ලංකා ප්‍රජාතාන්ත්‍රික සමාජවාදී ජනරජයේ ආණ්ඩුක්‍රම ව්‍යවස්ථාවට සහ නීතියට අනුකූලව අවංකව ඉටු කරන බවටද ශ්‍රී ලංකා ජනරජයට පක්ෂපාත වන බවටද මාගේ උපරිම ශක්ති ප්‍රමාණයෙන් ශ්‍රී ලංකා ප්‍රජාතාන්ත්‍රික සමාජවාදී ජනරජයේ ආණ්ඩුක්‍රම ව්‍යවස්ථාව ආරක්ෂා කොට අනුගමනය කරන බවටද ගෞරව බහුමානයෙන් යුක්තව ප්‍රකාශ කොට ප්‍රතිඥා දෙමි. අනුර කුමාර දිසානායක වන මම ශ්‍රී ලංකා ප්‍රජාතාන්ත්‍රික සමාජවාදී ජනරජයේ ආණ්ඩුක්‍රම ව්‍යවස්ථාව ආරක්ෂා කොට අනුගමනය කරන බවටද ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ දේශය තුල වෙනම රජයක් පිහිටුවීමට කෙලින්ම හෝ අන්‍යාකාරයෙන් ශ්‍රී ලංකාව තුලදී හෝ ඉන් පිටදී ආධාර දීම අනුබල දීම අනුග්‍රහය දැක්වීම මුදල් ලියවීම ධෛර්ය දීම හෝ දේශනා කිරීම නොකරන බවටද ගෞරව බහුමාන්‍ය යුක්තව ප්‍රකාශ කොට ප්‍රතිඥා.
And that is the newly elected president of Sri Lanka, Anura Kumara Dissanayake, who has just taken oath as the 9th executive president of Sri Lanka. And to talk more on this, we're now being joined live by our correspondent Dasuni Athoda, who is joining us live from Colombo. Hi Dasuni, Anura Kumara Dissanayake has now taken oath as the 9th executive president of Sri Lanka. What are you gauging from on ground?
Well, yes, it is now official. Anura Kumara Dissanayake will be the 9th executive president of Sri Lanka. I'm right outside the presidential secretariat, and as you can see all around me, supporters have gathered in their numbers just to get a glimpse of the new president. And he did swear in front of the Chief Justice, and a lot of these people are eagerly waiting to just catch a glimpse, to maybe throw away at the new president. And a lot of them, when we spoke to them earlier, said that they think this is a fresh start for Sri Lanka and a new page has been turned in Sri Lanka's political history and are expecting big changes.
Right, Dasuni, for all those tuning into WION World is One, these are live visuals from Sri Lanka.
The Democratic Socialist of Sri Lanka, His Excellency Anura Kumara Dissanayake, to make the inaugural address to the nation.
Right, and just a short while ago, Dasuni, as we can see live visuals from Sri Lanka, Anura Kumara Dissanayake is seeking blessings from the monks there. Just a short while ago, he took oath as the 9th executive president of Sri Lanka. These are live visuals of the newly elected Sri Lankan president. They are seeking blessings from the monks in Sri Lanka. Dasuni, you did give us a show of the supporters there lined up to just have a glimpse of the newly elected Sri Lankan president. Talk to us about what are the challenges lined up for him, because clearly the victory in Sri Lanka that we saw over the weekend, it clearly showed that the Sri Lankans voted for a change.
Absolutely. If you speak to many of these protesters, they are waiting to see what sort of these key promises that Anura Kumara Dissanayake has been campaigning for will be implemented first. Speaking about challenges that we will face, certainly economic revival, especially on the areas of taxation and reducing the cost of living burden on the people, will take the forefront, which is why a lot of these analysts are what the party policies will be, especially with regard to this.
Right. Right, Dasuni, let's just listen into what the newly elected President of Sri Lanka has to say after taking oath.
අපි දන්නවා අපේ රටේ ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදයේ වැදගත්ම ලක්ෂණය තමයි ජනතාව විසින් තමන් පාලනයට පත් කර ගැනීම සඳහා පාලකයෙක් තෝරා පත් කර ගැනීම. නමුත් මැතිවරණයේ ඡන්ද ප්‍රකාශයට පත් කිරීම හා පාලකයෙක් තෝරා පත් කර ගැනීමෙන් පමණක් ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදය අවසන් වන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදයේ මූලික ලක්ෂණයක් වුවත් අපේ රට තුළ ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදයේ ශක්තිමත් කිරීම වෙනුවෙන් ව්‍යුහයන්ගේ ශක්තිමත්භාවය ඒ වගේම නීතිවල යම් ශක්තිමත්භාවයක් අවශ්‍ය බව අපි පිළිගන්නවා. ඒ නිසා මා ප්‍රථම කොටම අපේ රටේ ජනතාවට දැනුවත් කරන්න කැමතියි. මේ රටේ ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදය වෙනුවෙන් මාගේ උපරිම කැපවීම මාගේ දූර කාලය ඇතුළත පෙන්වුම් කරන්නම සූදානම්. ඒ වගේම අපේ රටේ මැතිවරණයකදී බලහුවමාරුවේදී ඒ ප්‍රජාතාන්ත්‍රික ලෙස සිදු වුණු ඉතිහාසයක් තිබෙනවා. කිසිදු විටක මැතිවරණයකදී සිදුවන බලහුවමාරුවක් කිසිදු නායකයෙක් ප්‍රතික්ෂේප කොට නැහැ. ඒ අනුව යමින් හිටපු ජනාධිපති ගරු රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ මැතිතුමා ජනතාවගේ ජනවරම සුහදව පිළි අරගනිමින් මේ ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදී බලහුවමාරුව වෙනුවෙන් එතුමාගේ කැපවීම එතුමාගේ ආදර්ශයට බෙහෙවින් ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම අපි ඊට ගැඹුරින් තේරුම් ගන්න තිබෙනවා අපට ලැබෙන්නේ ඉතාමත් අභියෝගාත්මක රටක්. අපේ දේශපාලනය මේට වඩා පිරිසිදු විය යුතු ජනතාව විශාල ලෙස අපේක්ෂා කරන යහපත් දේශපාලන සංස්කෘතික අවශ්‍යතාවය තිබෙනවා.
Right, Dasuni, the newly elected President of Sri Lanka is just giving his inaugural address after he was sworn in as the 9th executive President of Sri Lanka. If you can just give us a rundown of what exactly is he saying after taking oath as the Sri Lankan President.
Well, in his inaugural address, he mainly said that he will respect the country's democracy and the peaceful transition of power, and also highlighted that he has been elected on the shoulders of a majority of Sri Lankans who hold such high hopes and high regard for a better and a cleaner political system that is devoid of corruption.
Right, Dasuni, during his campaign was basically champion on eradication of corruption and poverty. Is that, and it seems like that is what is also being reflected in his first address as the Sri Lankan president.
Absolutely, yes. That is what he was highlighting on, which is why he stressed in his first few lines on this address was how he wishes and he will work towards a cleaner political future here in Sri Lanka, which has been one of their key campaign messages, that this system indeed needs a change for the better. And that is what this entire party has been campaigning for. And the people here are quite confident that Anura Kumara Dissanayake will deliver on these promises, which are arguably quite challenging.
Right, Dasuni, just a short while ago, Prime Minister Dinesh Guanawardene also resigned as the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka. Has the new President of Sri Lanka, Anura Kumara Dissanayake, mentioned that in his speech as of yet?
Well, from the very little I heard, that has not been mentioned as of yet. And we are expecting a formal sort of statement from his new media division regarding this and what sort of measures they will be taking with regarding to forming a new government. Would it be a caretaker government? What sort of ministries will be handed over to the president? And who will be in this caretaker government is an interesting thing that we are yet to observe, given that his party, Anura Kumara Dissanayake's party, currently in parliament, only has 3 seats, including that of the president. So in this scenario, what is most probable is that someone might be filling up the vacant post left by the president, as he is now president. So somebody from his electorate who received the next best result in the 2019 general election will now take the spot of Anura Kumara Dissanayake as MP in parliament.
Dasuni, for all those tuning into WION World is One. These are live visuals from the presidential secretariat in Colombo, where the newly elected president of Sri Lanka, the 9th executive president, Anura Kumara Dissanayake, has been sworn in as the new president of Sri Lanka, and he's currently giving his inaugural speech in the secretariat there. Dasuni, you did mention of the number of seats that his party has, and during his election campaign, he spoke about how he will hold fresh general elections. If you can tell us if he has mentioned that in his speech till now, and whether it will withhold after he has been elected as the new president of Sri Lanka.
Well, this has been the key question that journalists for the past 24 hours have been asking, not only the president himself, but also key members of the National People's Power movement, for which they said that they will make a formal announcement in this regard. So what we are yet to see is whether the party will come forth with a plan or whether they will consult state officials, including key election officials, as to how best they can hold this election, especially at a time when this party currently only holds 3 parliamentary seats, and one of which has just become president. So how they will form an interim government of at least 15 cabinet members is yet to be seen.
Right, Dasuni, thank you for joining us on WION, and thank you for tracking the Sri Lankan polls very closely with us. And well, these are the live visuals from the presidential secretariat in Colombo, where Sri Lanka has elected its new president, the 9th executive president, Anura Kumara Dissanayake, who has just been sworn in as the 9th executive president of Sri Lanka.
Anura Kumara Dissanayake அவர்களுக்கு ஒட்டுமொத்த